All right.
Boy.
I am not feeling this.
I felt that immediately.
Yeah.
Shredded.
Guys, welcome to the Shred the Mic podcast with Zeke and Kelly. So good to be here, even though it's 1,000,000,000 degrees at the time of this recording here in Los Angeles.
So hot.
Even on the west side.
Even at Santa Monica, it's been in the 90s, and we don't have air conditioning. So leave in the comments who looks less sweaty, Zeke or Kelly.
That's not even a contest. It's all right. Kelly just wants to see her name light up the comment section with her looking considerably less sweaty than this swarthy looking guy right here.
No.
It's all right.
That's sweet. But
Yeah.
dainty I am not. So.
Hey, Kel, what's the Shred the Mic podcast all about?
Shred the Mic podcast is it's a weekly podcast we do where we each do 5 minutes of brand new stand-up material. Some is kind of developed, some is completely raw, and then we give each other 5 minutes of feedback as well.
There you go. That's the podcast. That's why you're here. You're here to hear some brand new stand-up, documenting the process. Mm-hmm. This is what it's like being a stand-up to develop new material, right? We don't just get up there most of the time and wing it.
Yeah.
Usually we put a little bit of thought into it.
Yeah, and you could hear a joke the first time it is ever performed.
Look at that. Lucky you guys. All right, shall we do it?
We shall.
Okay.
Zeke's starting us off today. Mm-hmm. So get this timer started for you. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Zeke Thomas.
Shred the mic.
Thank you so much, everybody. So great to be here. Give it up for your host one more time, Ms. Kelly to Shanley. Guys, I want to talk about what feels like, at least to me, felt like a uniquely Los Angeles experience. But then I realized, even if you don't have a 7-Eleven in your neighborhood or your part of the country, you have a Circle K or a convenience store. And for me, what I started to notice is that if you want to know where sketchy shit is going down in your town, there's a very good chance it's happening in the 7-Eleven parking lot, right? Because if you go by any 7-Eleven parking lot, you're guaranteed to see like panhandlers, hustlers, maybe a sex worker or two, and also the cops all hanging out in this parking lot. Right now, the cops are are on break, so they're kind of just like turning a blind eye while they're sipping their coffee. But they're there in case shit goes down.
Right.
But it's kind of like this lawless zone. And I've seen it happens everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are, 7-Eleven is where it goes down. But you and I were driving by a 7-Eleven, and I saw somebody whip a quick turn down the alley behind the 7-Eleven. And that is where the show really took off for me. Feast your peepers towards the alley behind any 7-Eleven parking lot, and it is basically the equivalent of Hamsterdam from The Wire. Okay? It is the lawless... it's a lawless amnesty zone, right? Drugs are kind of they're basically legal. Condoms are everywhere. There's a tent city. There's probably a chop shop going on. Like, I fully believe that I could find the catalytic converter that was stolen off of my car in the alley behind the 7-Eleven parking lot if it hasn't already been melted down for the platinum, okay? Which I know it has. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to go see a show, go to the alley. Go to the alley, right? So a lot of people, if they're doing dark stuff or things that are kind of like legally questionable, they usually go to the dark web to do it. They're like, I want to buy drugs or weapons. And to you, I say, check out the alley, right? So, for example, like things that I would look for if I was going to the alley, like if I ever needed to find somebody, if I ever needed somebody disappeared, if I ever needed somebody suicided, I'd go to the alley, right? The alley has all the answers, right? Or like, for example, if you want to know stuff, like if you want to know about crypto and like Web 3.0, or like what exactly the fucking NFT is, like,
Yes.
you better go to the alley,
Okay.
right? And you know, if you want to go deep, the alley has answers, right? So like, if you want to know the secret of ancient aliens, if you want to hang out with some flat earthers, if you want to find people who believe in hollow earth theory, if you actually want to meet a real reptilian shapeshifter,
What?
You better go to the alley.
I didn't want to step on your shit.
You're welcome. That's Clay Davis for those of you who know. The point is, the alley is more accurate than Google at this point, or at least it's more entertaining. The answers to all of it, the alley behind the 7-Eleven parking lot. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was an encounter I had on a Sunday that we had. We went to White People Heaven, and I love White People Heaven, right? I'm from the South Bay of Los Angeles, which like at the time was like 98% white. So like, I just love it. It's not my fault. Like beach towns that are mostly white are my shit. And so we went to San Onofre and like surfed and hung out in like San Clemente. And then on our way back, we had our trip going to Europe. And of course we stopped by the gathering point of White People Heaven, which is basically an REI store, right? Yeah. REI in Manhattan Beach is like the pinnacle of White People Heaven. And I'm here for it, right? So color me surprised when I went to the bathroom after our long trip and I was dying. I go to the bathroom, can't wait to hit the urinal. And the minute I walk in, I just see this giant man of color who's doing his very best Adam Sandler Shabba-Doo impression. He's just like, Shabba-Dabba-Doo, Italy, hoo-hoo, like full Sandler. And I'm like, oh no, is this a bit? Like what's happening here? And he's just going and going. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I think things are okay. I start to take a piss, dick in hand, right? And I'm just like trying to ignore the shabadoo hoo-hoo that's going on kind of behind me, right? And he's going, I'm enjoying my piss. And all of a sudden he stops and in the Queen's English goes, "You, sir, have a perfect butt." Shabadoo, tally-hoo, dabadoo, and resumes
Oh my God.
his Sandler impression in a vaguely threatening tone.
Oh my God.
And I'm sitting there with my dick in my hand and just being like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, things didn't escalate. I just was like, I think he's going to go away and like do his own thing. And I'm glad he did. But it just made me realize that like I was in a very vulnerable position. And I was like, I think this is what it's like to be a woman occasionally.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 You're right.
So I'm sorry to all women ever. But also I understand where this guy was coming from. No, I mean, I was wearing my gray sweatpants. I was double cheeked up, you know. I knew what I was working with, but you know, I didn't realize it was like pull you out of a full psychiatric break. Good.
Hey man, you did him a favor.
I guess I did. Guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Woo! Give it up for Zeke Thomas.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Shredded.
I love that like REI in Huntington Beach is like Mecca. It's like double white people. It's White People Heaven inside of White People Heaven.
Yeah. Manhattan Beach is
good.
like just so great, but then you add REI to it, and you're just like,
Right. Either of those things alone are White People Heaven, but like put them together. Whew,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I was kind of amazed by everything that
Yeah.
happened there. So
Maybe there's something in there about how since it's White People Heaven, he like channeled the Holy Spirit to speak to you about your perfect butt. Like, I don't know. That's a bad joke pitch, but
yeah. Well, I mean,
there could be something there.
There's something there. I think I'm starting to find the joke in it, but it was just such a bizarre, like truth was just so stranger than fiction in that one case that I was just like, I don't know how to like stretch this or like amplify, like raise the stakes. Cause I was like, it's just fucking was weird as shit.
Yeah.
Just as is. So,
I mean, you could just do an act out and embellish a little bit, you
Yeah.
know, like maybe make it last longer. What else did he say? Maybe he goes back to his Sandler. That was good too. Full Sandler. He goes back to his Sandler and then, you know, you say something else and he's like, inspired to compliment something else on you, or like, and there's a back and forth. I don't know, maybe, but I feel like it's a funny.
Maybe if I start quoting Sandler movies to him, like, I don't know, maybe that might like derail it, but
also when you said, I feel like this is how women must feel, that's, to me, that's a really good nugget. So I would extrapolate that into
that's kind of what my instinct
something. Yeah, because
telling
it's true.
Because, I mean, if you want to talk about feeling vulnerable, you know, it's literally you have your back to someone while you have your genitals in your hand.
Right.
And I'm not the biggest person. And even though I know how to fight, like, that's still, I don't like those odds.
That's a
like,
vulnerable spot to be in. Yeah. I mean, and he was already in there, so you don't know what he's doing in there. Like,
no idea. I don't know if he had a weapon. I don't know anything.
Maybe he was like waiting for someone with a perfect butt to come in. Like, you don't know. So maybe just run through some of the like different scenarios you had in your mind of like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And like, what do I do? 'Cause that's a pretty funny, but also
poignant,
kind of a scary moment.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then 7-Eleven parking lot is just, well, I love the parking lot, and then you raise the stakes with the alley.
Yeah.
I still don't know what hollow earth theory is, but it still makes me laugh. Apparently I need to go to the alley behind 7-Eleven and find out what hollow earth theory is.
Now she gets it.
Yeah.
Do you know what an NFT is? She needs to go to the alley. You just need to go to the alley, Cal. I don't know what the problem is.
I think I'm good. I'll bet you could find your friend from REI in the alley behind 7-Eleven. There's your callback right there. There it is. I helped.
Kelly to Shanley, everybody. Give it up. Give it up. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. Here we go, Cal. You ready?
Woo, I am ready.
Okay.
Ready.
Coming to the Shred the Mic stage, your headliner, Miss Kelly Shanley.
Thank you so much.
Shred the mic!
Thank you. Thank you. Give it up for Zeke Thomas one more time.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Have you guys ever gotten so high that your clitoris stopped working? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Anyway, let's see. So I know there's already like wiki feet, but I was just wondering, is there like a Wiki-Peen-ia? And should there be? Okay, let's see. When we were on vacation, my sister took a picture of a beautiful cave that was on the beach. And she ran back and she's like, I got a great cave shot. I was like, careful who you say that to. That kind of sounds like a female dick pic. Cave shot.
Oh, babe, will you send me a cave shot?
Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm a cat lady. I'm a cat mom, cat dad over here. But I've always loved dogs too. I grew up with both. And I feel like people are always like, no, you got to pick one. Like, you're a cat person or a dog person. And I'm like, no, you can like both cats and dogs. It's fluid, you know? Yeah. But we traumatized our cat when we left for 3 weeks on our vacation. Oh my God, you guys, we didn't mean to. Like, we didn't know. He's a very soft little boy, and he's very spoiled because we both work from home, and he's used to having two people at home all the time to give him attention.
Yes.
And we left for 3 weeks. We had someone staying with him to take care of him. We didn't just like abandon him. But oh my God, when we got back, he's a mess. Like, he has been as clingy and as thirsty as like the less popular suitor on a 2-on-1 date on The Bachelorette. Like, anything he can do for attention, he's doing it. Like, it's a little embarrassing. Like, he won't leave my side, or Zeke's side. Who like, if we're in the same room, he's fine. If we're in different rooms, he positions himself halfway between the two of us. I don't know who taught him geometry, but it's pretty cute.
He's crushing it.
He is like headbutting our hands. He he wants attention nonstop, and he headbutts my hand so much. It reminds me of like one of those dudes, like a teenage dude who's like trying to subtly move your hand towards his dick because he wants you to play with his dick. What? Oh.
What do you
like
mean?
that.
What?
Exactly. I'm like, no, I know what you want. I'm just not going to give it to you right now. Okay? Yeah. Thirsty ass cat. Remy meowed so much he lost his voice. He lost his fucking voice. Like normally he sounds cute. And for a few days he was like, meh, meh, meh. And we were like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like I communicated to you in perfectly clear English that we were leaving for 3 weeks, but that we would be back. We were not abandoning you. Like maybe you need to use Duolingo and brush up on your English, Remy. Like this is America. Learn some English.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. We were in Switzerland while we were gone. You already heard some about that, but like it's notoriously neutral. And so I was kind of curious to see how they would feel about the shit show that is American politics over the last however many years. But the only person who really brought it up was this one guy who owned one of the hotels that we stayed in. But he was like, hey, do you guys like Biden? And we were all like, I mean, yeah. And he looked really weird and we're like, I mean, he's way better than Trump. And he's like, okay, good. Okay. We're like, oh no, we hate Trump. But Biden could do better. And he's like, oh, okay. And like, we were all relieved that both sides hated Trump, basically. I don't think we would have been allowed to stay there if we had said that we liked Trump. Like, this guy was coming in hot.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't really know what to expect with Switzerland, you know? Like, I was prepared to see some like all lives matter horn paraphernalia. Like, you never know. It's pretty white there. You know, it's mostly white. The Matterhorn and the people there. Yeah. Anyway, so after Switzerland, we went to Portugal, and we were in Nazaré for part of it. And my sister Laurel is an adrenaline junkie. So like anywhere we go, she has to have some sort of activity to feed her Stoke, basically. So one day we rented jet skis, and another day we rented dune buggies. And you guys, that was like the best fucking day of the whole vacation. Like it was nuts. We were laughing and giggling and bouncing and just like going fucking nuts. Like 5-year-olds driving a real car is basically how we were behaving. Like we were having so much fun. And when we stopped and lifted our goggles up, the dirt on our faces, like especially me and Laurel, since we're a little more fair complexion, it was caked on, like caked deep in every line except the goggles. It was so white, like it was adorable. It was adorable and disgusting at the same time. Like if that were a shade of makeup, I don't know, you could call it like dune buggy dinge or something. And then I was like, well, what if they had like a makeup line of extreme sports, you know? Like they could have bungee jump jade and send it scarlet and big air blue. Parkour purple and aggro amethyst. Oh, sick. I could go on for a while about all of the extreme eggshell. That's one of my
there we go.
That's one of my faves. Am I out of time?
Yeah, you were out of time a while ago.
No.
Yeah,
Shredded.
Thank you so much, you guys. That's my time.
Kelly Shanley, everybody.
Woo.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
let her run the light any day if it's talking about extreme activity. That's what I'm talking about.
Stoke.
Yeah.
Shredding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that. Not only that moment. I love all of those different shades of color. But yeah, it just reminded me of a couple things when you guys like took off your goggles. One, it looked like you guys were chimney sweeps.
100%.
From like the 1800s. That was the first thing that came to mind. The second thing was you guys definitely looked like you were like kids who had just done community theater where you had to play adults. Adult men with beards. Like, hello, I'm a man with my beard. Like, and it was all just
Too high.
dusty makeup.
Went all the way up to here.
Is that just me, or was like I feel
No,
like
I
that
see
was
it. I see it.
that was the thing. So I feel like there might be some communal experience that other people may have like.
No, that's good. That's good.
Good. Yeah. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think. What else was there?
The hotel guy asking us about Biden or Trump.
Yeah, because he was the fucking guy was looking right at me, and he's just like,
Don't answer.
"Do you
wrong.
like Biden?" And I'm like, "No," but that doesn't mean I like Trump. But like, you kind of like read the room, and I saw everyone in our like your entire
It
family
was
look
like
at me,
a
being
record
like,
scratch, like.
"Zeke, what are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "I'm a fucking communist. I hate it all." Like, that was not the time for subtlety. Like, you just have to be just like,
Yes, Biden. No, Trump.
blue flag.
There we go.
That's
Yeah.
what you're going for?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is not, you know. But yeah, I was kind of surprised he was the only person that really asked about MAGA-ness
Yeah,
but it was early in the trip too. So
Yeah.
like, I was just like, oh.
that's good though. I didn't want to talk about that.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah.
Neither did I. No, that was great. What else did we have?
Remy, traumatizing Remy.
That poor sweet soft boy.
Oh my God,
Dude. Yeah, I didn't realize how much we've traumatized him
Me neither.
until we got back, and I was just like, it's just come into sharper and sharper focus that I was just like, we have given him a very good life. And he's gotten used to it, and he's gotten softer as time goes on.
Yeah.
And any disruption to it is just like the biggest freak out ever. Like, oh my God, I had it so good, and now it's gone. Like, and
Yeah,
now.
don't take us for granted.
Yeah, I feel like if he just understood English, if he got on Duo on the family plan.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy, but like, come on.
Seriously, dude, we're in America. Like, get it together.
Fucking cats, man.
Yeah, cats are
so
the worst.
lazy.
So lazy. But yeah, so I love that. I feel like you could mine him for material for his laziness.
Yeah.
And also just how soft and good his life is. And that if that is the worst thing that has happened to him compared to most pets, you know, there's just horror stories of pets out there. And
No,
then
he's
like,
had it good.
He's had it very good, and I hope he continues to have it good. But
Even when I first got him, I adopted him when he was 2. But clearly, whoever had him for the first 2 years of his life, they were very good to him because he was fine.
yeah, he wasn't traumatized or anything like that. Yeah. What did we have before that?
Cave shot.
Cave shot. That's so fucking good. I want more. I want more on the cave shot. I know it's like a premise plus right now, but it's so good. It's so good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, Laurel. Laurel said it.
Yeah. Check out my cave shot. No, Laurel, I can't.
Don't put it in the group chat, please.
Yeah, please. I'm sure it's beautiful. It's just going to get weird.
And then we had Wiki-Peen-ia, of course, and getting so high that my clitoris didn't work. Someone, like if someone did that. I'm not saying that I did that.
Right. Even if it just ends at a premise, it's such a good fucking premise. It's a showstopper. But, you know, I'm always curious, like, what's the material after that? Because that's such a good premise that, like, I want to know more. Does it need to be more? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not a huge one-liner comedian, but that might be a one-liner.
It could be. It might be like, it could be that Wiki-Peen-ia and Cave Shot could just be like this runner of like, of just like
Genital wordplay.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like those are ones that you can maybe play around with at a mic and explore, but like maybe not. Maybe that's all they are.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do with that one. It's fun. Maybe I'll leave it. If something comes to mind, I could expand on it, but
yeah, those are 3 great premises that I'm just like, there is fucking gold there.
yeah. I mean, it could also just be a great way to open a set. And it's like, well, I'm a stoner who likes to have sex. I guess you're just finding out who I am right
Anyways,
away.
on to my material. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe that is. It's just like, hey, you ever got so high that your clitoris stopped working?
Yeah.
Me neither. Anyways, like,
Like, you know how like a lot of comics have one of those, you know, I know I look like blah, blah, blah jokes. I don't feel like I have an interesting enough appearance for one of those jokes. So maybe that's my version of that.
Well, yeah, you're not ugly.
Thank you so much.
Usually that's like, that's like pulling the ripcord being like, I know I have some sort of thing that's like very obvious. And that's them being like, hey, everybody, I know that it's there. Anyways, moving on. Like it's deflating the room because everyone's thinking it. Like if you're like super tall or like.
You're like, yes, I'm 7 feet tall.
Right.
And no, I don't play basketball. I've heard that one a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. But yeah, lots of great material that I hope you take to the stage.
Thank you.
Yes.
It was fun.
Hey, Kelly, how can people find you on the internet?
Oh, well, I am on YouTube at Kelly Shanley, and I actually have a big premiere coming up soon. I will be premiering my 20-minute headlining set September 22nd, Thursday, September 22nd at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you go subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can click to follow and you'll be notified when it's time for the premiere. And then we can watch it together and like talk in the group chat. And you can, let me know what you liked or what you didn't like. And it'll be fun. And then I'm also on Instagram at Kelly A. Shanley and TikTok at Kelly A. Shanley. How about you, Zeke? How do people find you on the internet?
Kelly, I am so glad you asked, but I just want to say, make sure you guys definitely check out her 20-minute set on YouTube premiering on the 22nd. I was there live. It was great. It was like a magic trick. You should see it. So yeah, be sure to watch it, subscribe, hit the bell. I think that's bell on YouTube. I don't know. Are they still doing the bell?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might cut that part.
Something like that.
Exactly. But anyways, be sure to check it out, and we'll definitely do a watch party and premiere and all that good stuff. Woo. How to find me on the internet? I'm glad you asked. Yeah. Zeke Thomas is rad almost everywhere. I've almost unified all the handles on TikTok, Instagram, and where else?
YouTube.
YouTube's a holdout. I'm still Zeke Thomas over there.
Ooh.
I am not rad on YouTube yet.
Just Zeke Thomas.
Just
That's
Zeke
what
Thomas.
you should switch it to.
Just Zeke Thomas.
Just Zeke Thomas.
Yeah, not as rad. Yeah, that's good. And of course,
Zeke Thomas is not that rad at YouTube.
Yeah, not rad. Maybe I'll just be not rad at YouTube.
Not rad.
There you go. Patreon.com, of course. Patreon.com/Zeke Thomas is rad. Be sure to join the Patreon community. Join me and all the patrons who have been kind enough to join the community, along with superstars at the Johnny Utah level, Sophia Monroe and Jonathan Hamrick.
Woo, woo.
Looking for more Johnny Utahs and maybe even some people to level up their commitment as well. Be sure to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Zeke Thomas is rad. And for everything else, you got ZekeThomas.com. Aside from that, I think it's time to wrap this up.
I think so too.
Guys, you are amazing. You are legion. We will see you next week for another Shred the Mic.
Thank you.
Shred the Mic is written, hosted, and produced by Zeke Rodrigues Thomas and Kelly Shanley. Audio engineering by Zeke Rodrigues Thomas for Mindjam Media. And when in doubt, shred the mic.